Hello and welcome to the Dead Air Dudes. I'm Izzy.
I'm Raka. Hello, Dead Air Nation.
Hello, Dead Air Nation. Greetings and salutations. All right, maybe a little late to the party, but we're going to do a quick recap, review, information session about last week's DC Fan Dome 2020. All right, now for all those who have seen it or who haven't seen it for that matter, it approximately drew 22 million viewers in this 8-hour virtual convention. Okay? Now, within these 8 hours, DC basically made good on all their comments and all the stuff that we're talking after the mass firings at Warner Media slash HBO slash DC slash everything. So kind of, kept you, made you excited for freaking what's coming up for DC, I mean, hell, as a self-professed Marvel guy, I still want DC to do well, you know?
Well, DC brings to the table a lot of very iconic figures. As much as Marvel has brought their own, you can't
Like,
pull DC to the side.
oh,
Wonder Woman, Batman, Aquaman, Superman. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. I get it. I don't know if it's so much desperation or they had to make some kind of a move. And like you just mentioned, a significant amount of people logged in. People still want to know what you got coming. They put out a couple of trailers for what they have. I can't say anything without contrasting it with Marvel, but it seems like they have darker, edgier.
yeah, but that's always been the case. And
Right.
all right,
But now they're fulfilling it. I mean, you and I both saw Birds of Prey. Was it darker?
we both, Birds of Prey.
Yeah, was it darker? Was it edgier? Let me ask you, was it quintessential DC?
I mean, cinematic DC, yeah, it was dark. It was,
No, but it seemed almost like a video game-ish type
but it was
of fantastic movie.
but it was still dark. It was basically spoilers. It was basically how she deals with the abuse from the Joker.
Eh, I
And
mean, I don't mean dark, just the vivid colors. It wasn't as
of course,
maybe psychological stirring as past DC projects have been. Look at all the Batmans that have been. Every version of a Batman it almost got darker and darker as we went. It almost became okay. So now that I've mentioned that, let's go into the Batman trailer.
now now truth be told, this is Matt Reeves, you know, uh vision of Batman. And mind you, it's Robert Pattinson, who originally I thought was gonna be a poor choice to play Batman. But Twilight, you know, aside, he's a good actor. He's a good actor, you know. And I think that he's going to do a serviceable job at least and do a good job at most. Now, it's a story that we've seen a million times. I would rather see just a continuation or a different, like, get a James Bond. We know who James Bond is. We know who Q is. We know all the gadgets. We know everything. Just give me a story. You want to get? I watch another James Bond movie. Give me a new villain or give me a something else and
Well,
just
give me a Robin, give me a Darkwing, give me a new villain we haven't had for. Give me.
you know what I mean. The best thing I like about this Batman movie that there's no Joker. How about that?
Yeah. So what we have Penguin,
You have Penguin, you have the Riddler, you have
Riddler.
have a you have Catwoman, of course.
But what I like from the clip,
You
it
like
was committed.
how
It
violent it
was
was.
very committed to a darker path because when asked who are you? What are you? Whatever. And Batman just doesn't punch this villain, punches to kill.
Pummels.
And then he finishes it. He finishes it with, I am vengeance. I'm not justice. I'm not the law. I'm not here to do right. I am vengeance. He takes the Punisher one step further.
Well, look.
I'm just saying, I have hope for that. I get what you're saying. Why are we rehashing it? You know, how many times can we reinvent the wheel? But at the same time, if we're going to go dark,
My big thing,
if DC's going to pivot and try to make a move to be relevant, go all the way, man. Turn him into a psycho as well.
but it's but first of all, he's a psycho. Some dude running around in the background.
No, he's not a psycho, but he's going to. I'm hoping beyond hope. What you really want, I don't know about you, but what I really want, as well as a new storyline, I want Batman to be pushed to that edge of the cliff.
Yeah, but see, there's certain things that you don't know about the story. The story is taken from an early. It's a younger Batman. It's early in his career, where he doesn't have all the answers. He doesn't have all the training. He doesn't have all the gadgets. You know, so it's like, I guess it would be like Batman Year One. I guess it would be. He just became Batman, so of course he's not. He's still, beginning and doing all that. So it could be interesting. That's what I'm gonna say. All right.
Well, when that date does happen, then you and I circle back here and let's do a comparison of Batman Year One and the movie.
100%. Now, we both saw Wonder Woman. It's gonna be good. I have no knock against that. I'm looking forward to it. Cheetah looks better than I thought she would look. Moving on. I still don't know how the hell Trevor came back to life, but that's besides the point. We'll see when it happens.
I only have one gripe with Wonder Woman, the first movie, and I thought beyond everything it accomplished, it was stellar. They reinvented her, they re-energized her. They didn't make her a bathing suit running around. She was a warrior with conviction, with integrity. I mean, she was pure of heart. All of that. What I didn't like is that one hokey line where love conquers all or something to that effect.
Yeah, well,
You kind of lost me at that line. Like, I think everything would have been great and you would not rob from the story, omit the freaking line. Whoever was there in the editing room, shame on you. You got to take that line out. The beauty of a masterpiece is to show flowers, a bed, sunshine, and you don't call it flowers, bed, and sunshine. You get it.
right now we all been waiting for the Snyder cut.
Yes.
It wasn't a true trailer. It was more of a
Mini movie.
it was like more of a menagerie of scenes that we have not seen in classic Snyder fashion. Overproduction, oversaturation, the colors, over dramatics. I mean, hey, you know what? If you liked freaking 300, you like Sucker Punch, the way they look, those movies, you're gonna like this. Hell, if you like freaking Batman versus Superman, it's more of the same. Now, I give them credit for actually putting out the Snyder Cut, because as much as I like Joss Whedon, he gagged it up and he did not give he did not give the movie that we should have seen. If this is going to be as different, adding all these scenes and just by looking at how Darkseid looks like and how much better freaking Steppenwolf looks like and all that, I'm all in. I'm all in. Give me some freaking. Why wouldn't you show? Flash meet Iris. Why wouldn't you show freaking? The more introduction to Cyborg for the people who don't know who Cyborg is from the comics. Why wouldn't you show? Dude, more Flash, more Aquaman. Less of the
Legion of Doom.
I'm excited. Let's see. Those three trailers combined since Saturday, 150 million views plus. What are you excited? What are you more excited for, if any, of the three? Well, obviously Batman. That would be my.
Obviously, Batman. I'm curious to see the Wonder Woman movie. Um, I was wishing there would be a Justice League 2 where the Legion of Doom would be introduced.
Originally, that was the plan.
See, that was a big disappointment for me because, okay, growing up watching Super Friends, okay, you watching the cartoon, you don't have the Justice League without the Legion of Doom, and the Legion of Doom had some epic plans. We can't do the zombie one. That to me was a very haunting episode when I was a kid, and I loved it though. And then you go and pan into the future, and everybody's dead, and everybody. Okay, let's not go there, but you have endless possibilities with the Legion of Doom, with Lex leading the charge, and so many other praying mantis. I mean, it could go on and on and on. Cheetah.
Freaking, you have Lex Luthor, you have Brainiac.
Yeah, and there's a lot where you can go one step further than Marvel gets, where you get visceral, raw, maybe not everybody comes back kind of thing, where there's actual I hate to use the term murder, but I mean there's some more realer levels of good versus bad.
Of course,
And yes, and darker elements to it, self-doubt and this and that and everything. But this is where I get disappointed, where if DC's going to fill the void, if there is a void to fill, then go all the way, embrace it.
We would be remiss if we did not mention the passing of Chadwick Boseman.
Yes, rest in peace. And I and you are great fans of him, not just of his work as the Black Panther, but his body of work as an actor. Gifted, talented. He commanded the stage. He was very charismatic. Every role he's gotten, and he performed admirably well, executed it, believable, never really over the top. I mean, just a very measured, good actor, complete miss. And it's a heavy heart that we have to report that news.
It's at the young age of 43, lost his battle with cancer, and it's a shame. No, I mean, so
it's a big shame, and if anybody out there is listening, actors, actresses, superstars, media personalities, you're not immune to cancer or any disease. No. Take this moment to take your life into an account, where your health is at now, and take time to smell the roses, especially during this year of all years.
Yeah.
And enjoy every minute you're breathing. And if somebody out there needs a lending hand, lend your hand.
Exactly. So, yeah.
Well, that's a lot of snippets, a lot of food for thought. Again, let me reiterate for both of us that we want to see DC thrive. It's not just for rivalry's sake, but there's an entity here that permeates through all medium. That's a big integral part of pop culture, and you want it to do well. You don't want it to be forgotten in the backdrop just because something like Marvel or something like Transformers, something like something else, it just takes steam. Competition is good, and you want to keep the memories alive. You'd like that the creative forces can reinvent the wheel in such a way that it brings audiences back. Bottom line.
Yeah, definitely.
And DC, what the hell are you guys doing, man? Sorry.
Shake it up. I mean, more things came out of that. I mean, it was 8 hours after all. I mean, I'll try to get through this real quick. There's a Sandman show on Netflix. It's going to be in current day. present day. I mean, the original series was set in the 80s and 90s. This will be current day, so we'll see. Titans season 3 will come back to Gotham, and they introduce Barbara Gordon, the Red Hood, and the Scarecrow. The Flashpoint movie, which is the Flash movie, you're gonna have not one but two Batmans or Batmen. Michael Keaton reprising his role as Batman, as well as Batfleck. Ben Affleck will return, as well as don the Bat tights once again, as that will be the beginning of the DC multiverse within the movies. So we'll see how that goes. I like the kid in the role. Let's see how it goes. We also have the Suicide Squad. They also had a roll call kind of trailer where they mentioned no less than freaking 11, 12, 15 characters, including Michael Rooker playing Savant, Idris Elba playing Bloodsport,
nice.
Peter Capaldi playing the Thinker, Pete Davidson playing Blackguard, Nathan Fillion playing TDK, Sean Gunn playing Weasel, and last but not least, playing Peacemaker, John Cena. Now, all directed by James Gunn. I'm expecting that to kick ass and take names, and I can't wait for it to be next year, 2021.
For many other reasons.
Last but certainly not least, the return of Milestone Comics to DC is a big thing, because it was a bunch of creator-owned Black characters, including Static Shock, which is a pretty cool character. And there's definitely going to be a movie or show of some sort. It was announced, so keep on the lookout for that. The Rock did like a little stop motion kind of computerized thing about Black Adam and how he's gonna, face the JSA, the Justice Society of America. That should be coming out in 2021 sometime. And of course, in 2022, you have Shazam 2, Aquaman 2, and last but not least, going to HBO Max, also produced by Matt Reeves, who produced Spider-Man, or who directed Spider-Man, Batman, just now we're talking about, Gotham PD. Should be interesting. And that, among them, was basically the big highlight points of the DC fandom. And I mean, like you said it before, hopefully this brings back, DC back into some positive light, and they can actually, give us some good shit,
Well, another thing that can't be stressed that they accomplished here was fan interaction and keeping things relevant. You don't just throw out a movie and then go months and then, all right, we're going to throw out a second movie, whatever. You want to keep your fan base engaged. You want to keep it re-engaged. The only way you can, and why not utilize today's social media outlets?
100%.
So it was a clever move on their part. Whether they had planned this before or after the purge, it was a clever move, and I don't see Marvel doing something similar, which expect them to volley back. I know at some they don't.
They were like their jaws dropping, salivating and doing something.
Oh yeah, but this is what you want. This is what you want. You want them, producers in the entertainment industry, to go after us, not us pining after them, especially in these times. These trying times, you can lose some fans. So why not hook some new ones and keep the ones on the hook on the hook?
100%.
All right, good stuff, man. A lot of good stuff. Food for thought. Let's keep DC rolling.
All right. With that was our quickie rapid fire with DC Nation, DC Fandom, DC Fandom. And I'm Izzy.
I'm Raka.
As always, everyone take care and save the whales.
Save the Whales. Thank you for your likes and subscribes and tuning into our YouTube. And definitely continue us on your podcast and spread the word. Save the whales.
Subscribe and comment. Take care, guys.